Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG, and we're located on the north spawn of Abbey. Now, the name of the commander is Jackson99. And there we are. And battle has commenced. Now, lots of people call the 105 leFH18B2 the leFH, because they think that's what it actually spells, or the leFH as Jiggles calls it. But what Arty Noobs, we call it the Fifi, Fifi la Pew Pew, because it's French and it fires a lot of rounds. Okay, he's setting up on the east side of the battlefield and moving into the trees to fire. Okay, he's extended his aim. This way he can actually get to shoot at the grounds of the Abbey. And there's a Panzer 38 NA in there already. He's just going to move a little further over. Actually, it's the south spawn, not the north spawn. That's me getting that wrong there. Okay, bring up the mini-map so we can see what's going on. He needs to move a bit further over. Now he's moving into the open a little. He will be able to get shots on that Panzer 38. Oh, it's just been killed. But the problem is, obviously, that he will be seen from that position. And that round is wasted because the Panzer 4D moves straight past before he could get the shot on it. But he can fire again, and he does. And he misses, unfortunately, because it's pulling back. But I think he can get it this time. Is it going to go out of the Abbey? Yes. Oh, it's going out. He's not happy. He's not staying in there. But there's a T-34 over on the east side of the map, on that risen ground with the houses. Rounds out on him. And he got a hit. There's a T-28 there as well, funnily enough. And a Grant near the water edge. Rounds out on the Grant. And it's a big hit. 219 hit points, 1 critical hit. Now the Grant's the British version of the M3 Lee. Round out. Oh no, it's going to fall behind. You can actually see the shell landed right next to the second turret. Now we can't see it at the moment because he's not dialed in and the Grant is not spotted. Okay, it's going on to the T-34 and the round arrives just after the T-34 has been killed. But there's the Grant again, and yet you can just about see the yellow mark where the shell landed. Oh, and that's a kill shot. 107 hit points, his first score. And there's that T-28, and if he stays there, he can get a shot into him. And he does! That's a second kill. 41 hit points. Right, now, can he get this Panzer 4D again this time? I think he can this time. Rounds out. Oh, it lands just in front. He pulled back just the right moment. Now, is he going to come down here to do a bit of spotting? Okay, well, we don't know because Jackson's going to look elsewhere. Oh, and there's a T-67 at the crossroads there. And he's being assaulted by that Sav M43. And the 43 has been killed, but the T-67 is still alive. Round out. Oh, and he just sat there for that shell. See, 130 hit points. So it wasn't a full one shot, but he did get a nice kill. Okay, T-28 and a Hetzer. You can take out the T-28. That's very low hit points. And he does. 15 hit points off that. Now going for the Hetzer. If you can get this, it's 5 kills. Rounds out. And a big hit. 117 hit points. It's still pulling back. Now, he's going to have to adjust his fire. But unfortunately, the Hetzer was killed just before his shell went out. So he misses out on that one. Let's have a look. There's a... Oh, Type 95. That's a heavy, Japanese heavy, and it's dead. They're very lightly armoured, those Type 95s. Very easy to kill. But he's a bit vulnerable now because he's out in the open. And so he needs to get back into cover because that Churchill, there's a Panzer 4D on the enemy team. In fact, there's still 6 enemy tanks. And there's only 5 on his team. We know the Churchill's seen. There's the Panzer 4D. He's almost up on the rise. Aiming, and... Oh, it lands on the ground in front. Yes, the ground was showing as the and he's receiving fire from that Panzer IV-D, manually armed and manually auto-aimed rather, and now he's aiming properly. And this time it works because there was no ground or ridge line in the way, but he was spotted, and there is an enemy Arty, so that enemy Arty should have been firing at him. And it may be that that enemy Arty was occupied elsewhere at the time. But what we do know is that the T-67, a T-80 and a SAV M43, and there's the M41, and he actually had ground or hill in between him and Jackson, so that's why he couldn't fire. Now Jackson's trying to get shots on these defenders. They took out the tank that was coming up on the river road, but the T1 Heavy's coming in from the other side now. The thing is that Jackson needs to be worried about that Churchill 3 because we haven't seen him for a while. And there's the T80. And unfortunately he's got a blown reticule, so it won't be that accurate until he can dial it in. And that T80, well, he's firing rounds, or rounds are being fired into the T1 Heavy, and he's gone. So he's all alone. Oh, he gets the T80 though with an aim shot. One shot kill, 350 hit points, and that brings up his Top Gun as well. So he's also got the high caliber. And there's the M41. The M41's come all the way south to try and cap. And that may be a fatal error, because Jackson's can see him. He's got a good view range and he wipes him out. 23 hit points. The T-67's coming up to try and shoot, and he'll try and pop his head up over the ridgeline to fire rounds into Jackson. Or is he coming? No, he's coming up here all the way, and he's paid for it by being shotgun. And that's his Radley Walters. I think he auto-aimed at the target. That means there's only two enemies left, the SAV M43 and the Churchill 3. Now the Churchill was not seen on the west side of the map, and he is obviously the bigger threat because he's got tougher armour, and he'd probably take at least 2 shots to kill. The SAV M43 is full health, but he is a bit of a novice player. So the chances are he's going to come down the river road or through one of the gaps next to the Abbey. So Jackson's pulling back into the trees, and he's keeping his front facing where he thinks the Churchill is, just in case the Churchill appears suddenly. The thing about the Fifi is that it hasn't got a very great traverse speed. It's fairly slow to turn around. Okay, now he feels fairly safe here, but he has got a bush to one side, as we can see, so not completely hidden, I'm afraid, in the trees, but you can see from this angle he is concealed by the bushes. So I suspect the Sav's going to come down the river road. Yes, he has. There he is. Okay, now he can hit him from here. No, the Sav fires and he misses, but he can loop a shell in there. Just. He's almost loaded. Oh no, he misses again. The Sav moves at the last moment. Now aim. That's it. He gets a good hit this time. 113 hit points. Aim again. He's got it on. The Sav keeps missing because of the ridgeline. And this time round he kills off the Sav. 126 hit points. That's 9 kills he's got so far. 9. Can he get this Churchill? He's pulling back a bit further because he knows the Churchill's going to come from that side. Very unlikely the Churchill will come from behind him. So the best move he can make is to get behind cover so that the Churchill can't see him. Use the bush mechanic. Wait for the Churchill to appear. Pull back and then shoot at him, so that the Churchill can't see him precisely. The worry is that the Churchill will come up from the centre, because if he does come up from the centre, he will see, as you can see, he is visible from the centre, not from the west side. He's only got 25 hit points, so one shot should be enough to kill him. So if the Churchill gets lucky, he wins the game. He has got a win rate of 4108 so far. That's pretty good. The fact that it's taking so long tends to make me think that the Churchill is going to approach from a different direction. And I suspect that the Churchill does know that he's probably still near those bushes, or the bushes that the SAF saw him in. Doing a quick check behind just to see. There's the Churchill. Okay, and he's got the bush mechanic working already. Going down. Oh, gets a good hit. 106 hit points. He's pulling back a bit further so that the Churchill can't see him. Next, there he is again. Dial in the aim and oh, one shot was all it needed, and the Churchill gets it. And he wins the battle. 4,556 win 8. That was a very good battle by by Jackson 99. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, he got an ace tanker out of it, so that's very good. It's difficult to get an ace in the Fifi. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 20 in that battle. And of course he got the Radley Walters. He managed to get at least 8 kills. In fact, he got 9. And he picked up a high caliber for dealing the most damage, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, and we can see them all there. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he got the highest on damage, naturally, 1,801 hit points. Got the highest number of kills, 9, but he didn't get the highest base XP. That went to the Churchill with 994, but he did get the highest on his team with 685. He fired 27 rounds, got 13 direct hits, 13 penetration and 2 splash. Damage of 1,801 hit points, of which 1,183 were at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits, 3 penetrations. He also hit 12 of the enemy team. That's 4/5 of the enemy team he hit, but only killed 9 of them, which is 3/5 of the enemy team. But he did earn 37,719 credits on a premium account, and because he got an epic medal, or rather a battle medal, he actually picks up an achievements award of 6,075 to equalise his score with that of the winning team. And that brought his total to 43,794 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 39,268 credits, which is good. He received 1,028 XP on the premium account, and he gets an additional 580 for the achievements award, as well as the 643 for Fifi being a premium vehicle. So he actually took away 2,251 experience points altogether. So well done for getting a mastery. It's a shame that it was a losing battle, but you had so little hit points left at the end of that battle. It was obvious that if the Churchill could actually just get one lucky shot into you, then that will be the end of the game. But nice try, Jackson, and thanks for submitting this replay to What Replays so we could have a look at it. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that we'll be featuring in our next video.